Poor Josh, the guy can't catch a break. Every time he thinks he's with his girl Andrea, here comes someone snatching her away. Poor thing. Now y'all knew Celine was a savage. I don't know why y'all messing around with Celine.
Kay Unscripted, no teeth restricted. In this journey, watch our stories unfold.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. This is Kay Unscripted and I am your host Kay. Today we're going to be talking about Love Island Games Season 2 Episode 4. I love this episode as well. But before we get into all the juicy details of this episode, please take a moment to like this video, share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let me just give you a minute to do so. You did it? Okay, cool. Thank you. Now let's talk about this episode. So Charlie has just gone home and then we see a chat between Gabby and Kendall. Kendall is saying that he was so close to going home, he didn't know if he would have been sent home. And Gabby is saying that they need to get ready for any of the other challenges. Kendall also says that he hasn't won any challenge yet, so he's hoping to do so. And Gabby is thanking him for being so patient and calm throughout the entire thing. Now Chris and KK have a chat and she said that the reason why she chose Kendall is because of Gabby, and I kind of said that in my previous video that it seemed like the girls picked Kendall because of their relationship with Gabby. Now that's pretty much all what the conversation was about. They started just staring at each other and Chris is telling her how good she looks and he loves watching her, and that's pretty much it. Still no moves on KK because we know he is not interested in the girl. Then Nicola and Isaiah have a chat and they also talk about the challenge. They're just so excited that they didn't go home. Nicola was like, yeah, Charlie, in your face. Now, y'all, Tyreek is so messy. When I tell you, Messy Boots is his middle name. Because he's having a conversation with Johnny and he's saying that he's happy Andreina is in the villa. It sure didn't look like he was happy that she was coupled up with Johnny. In the same breath, he's telling Johnny, that's your girl. And then when Andreina came to talk to Johnny, he's like, hey, mi amor. He's messy, I tell you. And when Andreina said, hey, Tyreek, he's like, oh, so it's not mi amor anymore. It's not with me. Oh, my God. Tyreek is messy. So now she and Johnny heads over to Speakeasy and they're talking about the challenge. He's happy that she was saved and he's like, you know how embarrassing that would look for me to just come into the villa and to be going home already. But Angelina is also happy that Johnny is here and he did the challenge with her. He pointed out to her that she wasn't very confident in herself. And Angelina explained to him that her guard was up because she was feeling a bit beaten down by the previous challenge, seeing that she had lost to Lucinda. She also tells Johnny that she really loved the way he led her through the challenge and she really feels like she can trust him because now they're in a couple and she's looking forward to all of the other challenges with him. Now, of course, Johnny is feeling himself because he thinks he's the superhero. He thinks he just came in to save Andreina. Okay, now they shared a kiss. We know there's some chemistry between them. They have yet to talk about their history with each other. We would love to know. We still want to know. But they seem to be feeling each other. Now Tyreek and Chris have a chat. And he finally tells Chris that he and KK kissed. Now Chris is a little butthurt. And he says in his confessional, this is why I don't really let people in because they're always on some bullshit. And that's why I said I'm just here for the money. Chris, whatever. Now Chris is in the room with Isaiah and he's telling Isaiah that he just found out that KK and Tyreek kissed. And Isaiah looks so shocked. Now it's the next day and Chris is still in his feelings because when he met Andreina in the washroom, he tells her that Tyreek and KK kissed. I mean, Andreina is, of course, shocked about that because she didn't know. So Kendall and Gabby are having a chat. Kendall says that they haven't really had a challenge where they get to know each other or ask questions about each other. And so now they're taking the time to find out a little bit more in case there is a challenge. Now, in one of the questions, Kendall asks Gabby what is her favorite sex position. And this is when she reveals to him that she has not had sex. He looked a little bit disappointed. But she feels like he received the message very well because she did say in her past, anytime she's revealed that she hasn't had sex yet, it is a big turn off and it usually just ends the relationship with the person. Now, Tariq's having a chat with Lucinda. She tells him that she and Bert actually shared a kiss. Now, Tariq says that it seems like Lucinda takes 2 steps forward with Bert and then takes another step back. Like I said, I don't feel like Lucinda is really interested in Bert. Now, while they're talking, KK passes by and Tariq says, "Hey, sexy." Now, Lucinda tells him, "Wow, this is a little bit shocking. Your head has definitely turned and very quickly." He said he didn't really expect for his head to turn so quickly. He still is attracted to Andreina, so he's still going to explore things with her. Then, to add some mess on top of that, Lucinda tells Tyreek that Andreina and Johnny kissed and that Andreina likes Johnny. Lucinda, mind your damn business. Why are you spilling the people's tea, Lucinda? Nicola and Isaiah have a chat. He asks her how she's feeling about him romantically. She says that she is feeling him and she's happy with where they're at. She also says that in the challenges, she feels like they're a really good team. They work very well together because they've been crushing the challenges so far. Unfortunately, Isaiah confesses to her that he's not really that into her. He's not there with her, and the poor girl looked so sad. Now, at first, she seemed to have received the message very well because she told him it's okay because we don't even cuddle and stuff like that. So I get it. But in her confessional, she does look really sad and says that she wish she could meet just one guy that she can connect with. And I hope she does find her person. KK and Chris have a chat. She's asking Chris for cuddles and he's just like, nah. He then tells KK that Tyreek did tell him that they shared a kiss. KK says she is a bit pissed off because she wished that Tyreek had given her a chance to tell Chris first. So he's asking her if she didn't feel comfortable telling him. KK says that she was just waiting for the right opportunity to let Chris know because she also hasn't even told Andreina, but he tells KK that Andreina knows. He said that he's feeling some type of way because he thought they set a boundary with communication, and while he did tell her it's okay for her to explore, he just wished that she had come to him first. Now, what I didn't understand about that entire conversation between KK and Chris is why she's asking the man to flirt with her some more, to give her cuddles, and to do all of those things, still telling him that he is her number one. The man has already told you that he's only here for the game. So KK, girl, open your eyes and see. Listen to what the man is saying to you. Now, Andreina and Tyreek finally talk, and she's obviously annoyed that Tyreek kissed KK. Now, I kind of understand where she's coming from because you literally just kissed me and then you kissed KK, especially at a time where I was the lowest, I was vulnerable to you, I opened up to you and let you know how I was feeling. Now, the flip side to that is, Andreina, you also did kiss Johnny the next day as well. So it almost feels like she doesn't really have a right to be upset about it, but I understand her logic because, come on, y'all. If I just open up to a guy and telling him how I feel about something at maybe a point where I feel my lowest, and you kiss me, and then a few moments later you kiss another girl, you definitely feel some type of way about that, right? Let's be real. Tyreek does acknowledge that it looks bad because of the timing of the kiss with KK, but he also lets Andreina know that he knows she kissed Johnny. Now, Andreina also told Tyreek that she and Johnny have some kind of history, and that got Tyreek really annoyed because he said to her, how many guys are going to come in here with you and them having history? And she's like, excuse me, I'm hot, everybody wants me. Period. Now Tyreek tells Andreina that they're not a couple, they're just getting to know each other so he can do what he wants. Andreina clearly is irritated, that's not what she wants to hear, so she gets up and she walks away. Andreina and Josh have a chat and she talks about how she pretty much manifested being on Love Island Games because she usually journals. He said that he journals too, and he kind of feels like they're the same person. She also does say that this time, because she just got out of a relationship and because of what happened to her the first time when she was on Love Island, she wants to take things really slow. Josh tells her that he understands and he feels the same way, but he also does say to her that there isn't anyone else that can make him turn his head because he's really attracted to her. And he's happy about being in a couple with her as well. Now, Chris and Justine have a chat. He tells her that she is a little bit intimidating to some of the girls, and clearly because Justine has won the season, well, she's won Love Island twice, so people are a little bit scared of her and stuff like that. So she does ask Chris if he's only here for the money. He says, y'all, he says that he can get money from anywhere else. So he could be overseas playing ball still, but he's not because he's on Love Island Games again. He then asks her if she is open to getting to know people and to having a connection with someone. She says that really hasn't worked out for her. So while she's still open to that option, for now she's focused on her game. Now KK pulls Andreina for a chat, and before they even sit down, Andreina tells her, I know what you're pulling me for, and I just want you to know that I am not mad at all. KK does say to Andreina that she wished she would have been the one to let her know. She did have intentions to tell her, but obviously she's already found out, and she just kind of wanted to update her and to just have a bit of a chat about it. Now, while they're chatting, here comes Tyreek disrupting the girls' conversation. Tyreek is a mess, I tell you. He pulls KK for a chat. So they go and they sit by the fire pit, and KK says to him, why did you have to tell Chris that we kissed? He said he just wants to be honest with everybody. This is how he operates. He doesn't like to keep things a secret. So KK pretty much asks him what's his intentions, like is he looking for someone to partner up with to win the game, or is he also looking to be in a couple with someone romantically, still trying to win the game? He says the ideal thing would be that, but he does say that there's only a few people that would be an option for him, and he tells KK that she is definitely one of them, which is why he made the move on her. Now she tells him that it's kind of giving that if somebody else comes into the villa and gives more than what KK is giving, that he's going to switch up on her real quick. He says that he's trying to put his eggs in everyone's basket. I don't know, that was funny to me. But KK does tell him that she wants some more energy from him, and he says, oh yeah, cool, no problem. I'm going to turn it up for you. This is going to be interesting. I cannot wait to see how this unfolds between KK and Tyreek. And of course, Andreina still being there because she's now with Johnny. I cannot wait to see how all of that goes down. Now, the way he and KK was just cuddled up with each other, he was touching KK. You would never think this man was just into Andreina. The switch up is crazy. Now, a few of the islanders are sitting together, and Kendall is actually the one speaking, saying that he cannot believe that Justina has won twice. And so Johnny is there, and he said, I lost to her twice. Now, while they're talking, of course, we see Ariana walking into the villa, and anytime she comes into the villa, something is about to go down. So Ariana asks everyone to meet her at the fire pit. She asks them how they're feeling, and she also announces that they're going to be having the first couples challenge. Ariana does point out that for this challenge, Justin is actually single, and she calls each of the girls in a specific order and asks them to come to the front. So the order was Gabby, then Andrea, Nicola, KK, Andreina, Lucinda, Celine, and Justin. Now here's where things get a little bit more interesting. Ariana welcomes a new guy to the villa. His name is Toby. He said he was on season 7 of All Stars, and he was also on Love Island Games season 1. She welcomes Toby, and of course he knows a few of the cast that are there now. And Ariana also does tell him what the cash amount is, and of course Toby is shocked. Who wouldn't? Ariana tells Toby that he will be a part of the couples challenge, but he must pick a girl. And she also said that they're lined up in the order that they won the first challenge. So he now has to pick which girl he would like to couple up with, and Toby went for Andrea. Poor Josh, they just keep taking his girl. Ariana then asked the other guys to join the couple, which means that Josh is now single as well as Justine, but she then announces that they have now become a couple. So Ariana separates the group in two. So it's Gabby, Kendall, Andrea, Toby, Nicola, Isaiah, Chris, and KK on one side, and on the other side it's Andreina and Johnny, Lucinda and Tyreek, Celine and Mert, and Justine and Josh. So the challenge is actually, I think it was a football kind of themed game. But Ariana also tells them that this game is very important because America will be voting, and the couples with the least amount of votes or the least number of votes will be vulnerable. She also said that this challenge will determine the power couple of the season, and that will be the very first power couple. So the name of the challenge is called Playing the Field. It's Sunday Night Football. So here's how the game goes down. There are a bunch of tires in the way. Each couple has to line up the tires according to their colors. While they fill up the girls' heads with a container, they have to make their way through their lane to get to a tube which has a football in it. So they have to pour the substance into the tube to get the ball out to get the goal. So round 1 was won by KK and Chris, followed by Gabby and Kendall, followed by Andrea and Toby, which means that Nicola and what's his name? Was it Isaiah? Yes, Isaiah came last. Now for round 2, the game is almost the same. This time around there's a hurdle, and the girls have to literally crawl underneath it to get to the tube to fill it in to get the football out. Now I thought it was just one tube, but it was actually 2 tubes. And for the second round, again, KK and Chris won. Now we didn't get the order for the other islanders who participated in this one, but we move on to the other group of islanders. Now for the second group, round 1 comes, and baby, what was Mud doing? Mud was all over the place. It was like he didn't understand what the challenge was. And Celine got so frustrated, she started picking up water off the floor and filling her own container on her head. That was so funny. And round one was won by Justine and Josh. but they were really, really close to Angelina and Johnny. They were literally going toe to toe with each other. But round 2 was won by Celine and Mert. Now the game is over and all of the islanders head back to the villa. While they're sitting together at the fire pit, Isaiah gets a text which is about to reveal the results from the game. Tyreek gets the next text which actually reveals the top 2 couples, which were Keke and Chris and Gabby and Kendall. Andrea gets the next text which reveals the results from the second group, and the couples who are saved are Celine and Mert and Justine and Josh. Kendall then gets a text which says that the remaining couples will face the vote from America, which makes them vulnerable. Johnny then gets a text which reveals who the power couple for the season so far is, and it's Keke and Chris. Keke and Chris must now decide which of the safe couples they would like to make vulnerable. And the couple they decided to go with to make vulnerable was Celine and Mert. Now, baby, Celine was pissed. She's like, I thought we were friends. She was not playing. Mert, on the other hand, he was just laughing. It's like Mert has no idea what is happening. But that's where the episode ends, y'all. Tell me, who are you voting for? What did you think about this episode? I'll meet y'all in the comments. Let's discuss it. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.